What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Savage. We are back with another video today for you guys. We are going to be talking about all the third. Well, I don't know if this is all the characters for the third anniversary, but I guess the third anniversary characters that we have now. So we're gonna be talking about the 4 new KAZAMI characters that we are, that we have today. They're all wave type, so they all obviously belong on one team together, and obviously they are all from the same company, or they all actually are on the same team. So if y'all do enjoy the video, or if y'all do, also like the characters, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the love. Make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss future videos, and let's get right to the video. Okay, so obviously we have 4 new characters, 2 different banners. They are called the Unison Gotcha because I think one character on each one of the banners have a Unison Ultimate, which we're going to get into here in a second. So we got, obviously on the first banner we have Hiyori and Sachine, and then on the second banner here we have Hayate and Ellen. So we're going to be talking about Hiyori and Sachine first, and then we're going to move on to the to Ellen and Hayate. Hiyori and Sachine are the attackers, and Ellen and Hayate are the defenders. Just throwing it out there. So, but let's get right to it. Let's get this. Let's get talking about this, man. Okay, so here we go. Starting off with Hiyori here. Let's check out what she, her outfit first, and then we'll move on to her actual skills and everything else. Okay, it's just loading. All right, here we go. So this is the outfit, for the full body, how it looks. Great outfit, obviously like a samurai type of deal. Very cute. I like this little, cyan, like teal type of color. It's looking nice. The white looks fire. Yeah, the white looks fire. Oh, even this looks nice. That's cool too. So there's only one actual outfit one costume or one color schematic that actually changes the color of the outfit. The rest of them are just like, it's still like the black, but with like the scent color changes. Now she got her hairstyle here, very, very nice and cute. Obviously the hair color is always going to stay the same. I don't think they're ever going to change that. Then you could change is this the hairpin? Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, you could change this too. So if we did that color, for example, then you could change her sword color. Yeah, not crazy customization, but obviously she's still a great looking, still great looking outfit, great looking character. But let's get right into it, man. Obviously her skills here, but let's look at what she really does. Well, you see her stats here, but let's look at what she really does. All right, on the left side of the screen now, y'all all should be able to see her skills and the notes that I had to take myself, man. Yes, I put in all the hard work to take these notes. But that's her skills. I'm gonna let y'all look at that for a little second. Obviously, we're gonna go over here in a second. But if you want to pause the video real quick just to see all her skills, but we're gonna talk about them anyways. But just so you can know what they are, take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. All right, and here we go. Let's talk about the skills. So, skill number 1. So, all the skills for all of these characters, I'm just throw this out there, are all 200 to 400% damage. So, I'm going to skip that. Every skill for all 4 of the characters, okay, are all level 1, 200%, level 4, 400%. Okay, so we're just going to skip that whole part. We're going to actually talk about what the actual skills do for all of these characters, because they all have the same set damage number. So, we're not going to really discuss that outside of ultimates or like active skills or stuff like that. But skill number 1, she has increased the skill level of all allies by 1, which that's all she does for this skill. Pretty bland, I feel like we've been getting characters that's been doing that plus something else at like level 3 or something. Wish we could have got that instead, but hey, whatever, I guess. Skill number 2, increase all allies crit rate by 20%, 30% at level 2 and higher. And then at level 3, she increases all allies attack power by 40%. It's a cool skill. It's a great skill to have on your team. Obviously, you need the crit rate, you need the attack power, and she's also increasing her own skill level, so she's going to be getting those 3s and 4s very, very easily because she's increasing the skill by herself. She also have her ultimate is going to be scaling from 500% to 700% damage, and then her ultimate ability, which is something new. I don't think we have seen this ability before. So the ability, this is how it reads. It says increases damage dealt by skills immediately following wave attribute by 70% for 1 turn. this is pretty much what I'm guessing that this is. So boom, you use her ultimate. Let's say you got 2 Section A skills after it. So basically those 2 Section A skills after this ultimate are both going to get a 70% damage boost. On top of whatever else buffs you got, on top of whatever else you got after that, both of those skills going to get a 70% damage boost. Now, I don't know if this skill will carry on to the next turn. Well, like say you use this skill, as your first like skill in your 3-hand, you know what I'm saying? The 3 skills you pick. I don't know if it's gonna be active for that set of hand and the next one, or just that one. Because technically, when you use it on that turn, that's still not like that's not one turn technically, because you just used it. But at the same time, it kind of is. But I don't know, if we end up getting her, we will try to test it out and see, and I'll let y'all know. If we do a showcase or whatever the case may be. But it's if I even summon, because I don't have no summons, because I spent everything on Rias and Nakano, and I only got Rias at Pity. So yeah, sucks to be me. But amazing, like the way that it is presented sounds absolutely amazing. Like, it sounds like an amazing skill. Now, will it really be that good? I also think it will be. Yes, because it's literally, you're getting a raw, like, it's literally an additional 70% damage, no matter what the skill is, no matter if it's ultimate, no matter if it's a regular skill. You literally getting a 70% damage. So that's still great. It's a new buff that we haven't had before. So it's amazing. Her support skills here, you have when HP is 50% or higher, increases attack power by 10%. The second support skill is when HP is 70% or higher, increases crit damage for your pair by 10%. And then your third skill here is when paired with wave, increases attack power by 10%. So obviously you can get a max of 20% attack power when you're 50% or higher, and then obviously when you're at 70% or higher, you also get that 10% of crit damage. Amazing things. The overlink ability, obviously you need to be with Section A, and it increases all damage dealt by wave type allies by 10% for 5 turns. I think this stacks up to 3 times. It's kind of like the vulnerability, but I think it's 3 times. So yeah, because vulnerability is also 3 times. So this is basically a vulnerability, but it's an offensive vulnerability. So you get to increase your damage for your typing 3 times. So basically, it's up to 30% for 5 turns, and you can keep on reapplying that as much as you want to. Obviously, but you have to be able to get the overlink ability to activate. All right, moving on to Section A. Let's check out her outfit. Like I said, I think her outfit reminds me of a lot of her 0.5 ANNI outfit. A lot of her 0.5 ANNI outfit. Like, it's slightly similar, but her 0.5 ANNI outfit also exposed a lot of skin for, a woman with, not much features to show. But yeah, so very same color schematics for her. Like I said, hair colors don't change in this game. It's always the same hair colors. Then you can also change, what's this? What are we? Oh, the back part is changing. Okay, yeah, so that's changing. And then her belt right here is changing. And then her little flying, I don't know why it's zoomed in on her, but yeah, those changed too. So, cool. Not nothing crazy. I mean, the picture makes it look way better than what it really is, but it's cool. We have a lot to break down here. Obviously, you see how she has that unison ultimate. That's what I was talking about earlier. But I'm gonna let y'all see her skills real quick, and then we will get into it. So, Section A obviously is a wave attacker gunner. I don't even know if I said that. He already is attacker rider, obviously. Wave, obviously. So they're paired together, and honestly, when they're paired together, I expect to see some insane damage. I'm hoping I get both of them, so I can show you all that insane damage. Because if I do get both of them, I'm definitely 90. I would love to 90 both of them, but it really just depends on how the summons go if I do end up summoning. But make sure if you need to look at this a little longer, you can pause it right quick so we can move on. Alright. Let's get to it. Let's start talking about these skills, man. So, as y'all obviously seen, like I said, I'm not talking about the damage here, but first skill is reduces enemies' defense by 10%, 20% level 2 and higher. That's it. Not that big of a fan of only having one skill for the 3rd anniversary characters. I mean, like one ability for the 3rd anniversary characters. When I've been seeing other festival characters have like Each of their abilities have like two abilities on it. I mean, each of their skills are like 2 abilities on it. But you know, it's whatever. It's fine, I guess. Skill number 2 applies vulnerability at level 2 for 5 turns. You know, obviously, for vulnerability, as always, you have to have type advantage over the enemy. So for her, for example, she will always have type advantage over sun. So this will only proc against sun enemies. Remember that. Vulnerability is always against. Vulnerability only works when you're up against somebody you have type advantage over. Okay, always remember that. Then at level 3, increases all allies, all wave allies crit damage by 15% for 3 turns. So nice little crit damage there. And then at level 4, it goes up to 40%. I mean, 20%. I'm sorry, 20% for 3 turns. So nice. And also, gotta remember, crit damage does stack up to 3 times. So you can get this to proc up to 3 times for 60% total crit damage. Remember that. All right, moving on to the juicy details, man. The juicy details, man. We have her ultimate. Obviously, she is the DPS, so she's going to get that big 1,000 damage, you know, max for her. So she starts off at 800% and goes up to 1,000% damage. Yes, it's big damage. You feel me? But ability is increases damage dealt on crit hit. We've seen this multiple times. If you crit, you get a massive increase in damage. And then she applies exhaustion for 3 turns, which if I remember correctly, is just a debuff to yourself, where it decreases your defense. I don't know what's the point of giving that to characters, but I don't know. At the same time, like, I think that's what that does, but I'll have to re-look at it again and make sure that I'm correct. But moving on to the new ability we are showcasing it. Are you ready to see what this ability does? Here we go. The Unison Ultimate. It scales from 1,000% damage to 1,200% damage, and this is what it does. Are you ready? Okay, so it says when enemy is sun, increases damage dealt on crit hit significantly. Yes, that might sound, oh, ain't that the same exact thing that we had already? Yes, it is, pretty much. But this is the difference. See, this one says significantly. So let's basically put this in perspective here, right? So now, let's say the regular ultimate, when you crit hit, it only increases damage by 50%. Pretty much what I'm taking from it saying significantly, I'm guessing you're getting like a 200% increase of damage when you crit hit. That's just what I'm guessing. Obviously, I could be very much wrong, but obviously the damage is going to tail, and if we get the characters, we will be able to showcase all of that damage because it's going to look great. It will look amazing. But also remember, this only works when the enemy is sun. So if you're up against an enemy where you are neutral typing, don't even try to use this Unison Ultimate. You might as well just use her regular Ultimate, because if you use this, we're going to be stupid. Now, I don't know if you can actually decide what Ultimate you use, because I really don't know how you get the Unison Ultimate. I know you need Hiyori in the rider slot, so you can only get this Ultimate with Hiyori in the rider slot. Now, it don't have to be this anniversary Hiyori, I don't think, at least. Let me make sure here. Yeah. I don't think it has to be the anniversary Hiyori. So I think it couldn't be any Hiyori, but it has to be in that rider slot, that attacker rider slot. So I'm expecting some big numbers from that ultimate. Her overlink ability is the exact same thing. Increases all damage dealt by wave allies by 10% for 5 turns. And then all of her support skills are the exact same thing also. So I don't think I need to really reiterate that. Pretty much same thing. Alright. But what do I rate those characters? Listen, this is what I will say. I think both their skill ones are dog shit. We are in 2025, about to be in 2026, 3rd anniversary of this game. And like I said, there's other festival characters where both of their skills have double abilities. So I don't know why they're giving the 3rd anniversary characters a single ability, and then that ability itself is not really even that, like, great. So, like, defense down, cool. We've been saying the defense down since the beginning of the game. Like, we have seen this ability on 2023 characters. Or, what was it, 2022? 2022? 2022 characters, my bad. So it's like, why are we still having this same ability for 2025 characters? For the 3rd anniversary characters. Shitty move. I don't like it. I wish they would have added that, plus like a something. It don't matter what it was. Something. Increases defense for all allies. Increases SP charge for all allies. Increases crit damage. I don't care what it would have, but it should have been a second ability. These are the 3rd anniversary units. Like they need to be 3rd anniversary worthy. Like, cause you understand this game, the anniversary itself is already not a in my opinion, from my experience with games, this is already not a anniversary worthy like celebration at all. This seemed like some mediocre celebration. So at least make the characters like actually worthy of the anniversary title. At least if we're gonna get a subpar celebration, at least make the characters worthy of that anniversary title. Now, do I think they're bad characters? No, I think both the skill 1s are dog shit. Now, outside of the skill 1s, their kits are great. It's just the skill 1 is dog shit. But what I rate out of 10, I think these characters are gonna be like a 7 out of 10. But I think their damage is also gonna be like damage that we probably never seen before. So very excited for that. The memory here at max level is when you are a wave attribute, your attack power is increased by 45% and crit damage is increased by 30%. That right there is an absolutely amazing memory. Man, that's an amazing memory. Gotta get that for sure. Hey, even if I don't, I'm gonna make sure I get at least 1 copy and then just use 4 of my little dupe things to make sure it's maxed out. That is an amazing. You should definitely go and get that memory. That's an amazing memory. 100%. 100%. Now, moving on to banner number 2 with our defenders on it. We got Ellen and Hayate. So let's get to talking about them. But I guess we could talk about the memory first since we're already here and got the translator pulled up. Let's just see what it does. Alright, so it says when Paris wave, the attack power of all wave attributes is increased by 15%. Damn, that's also fucking great. Because you know what the thing is though? Say you got 3 different copies of this maxed out. I think you could literally apply this. Like see, this not probably smart, but you'll put like this this memory on wait, where is it? I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, so you will put this memory on Section A, and then just imagine putting this memory on Ellen, Hayate, and Hiyori. So if it I'm pretty sure they all 3 stack. So if you get basically that on all 3 of those characters, that is a 45% attack power increase that you're all giving straight to Hiyori without doing anything. Literally, that's without buffing, without nothing, and that stays there the whole battle. So all your battles, you're going into every battle with an already additional 45% increase of damage for Section A. Like, man, somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta test it out. I feel like she and then definitely if you get all the buffs and everything too, she's gonna hit so hard. But starting off with our number 1 defender for the wave, 3rd anniversary, Hayate Soma. Man, we finally seen her smile. Her smile, she is so beautiful. She is so beautiful. Just a wonderful, beautiful smile. We love to see Hayate smiling. All right, let's check her out first. Let's see what the outfit like. This outfit is so it reminds me of some character. I don't know what character I'm thinking of, but it just reminds me of some character. I just can't put my finger on what character it is. And it's because like the wings on the back. Like I've seen these wings on the back of some anime character or some game character before. I just can't put my finger on where do I know it from. Okay, so also okay, so every one of these characters are going to follow the same schematic of colors. They're going to all have the same color scheme. Yeah, they're going to all have the same color scheme. Oh, so they're all going to be like basically matching. Like to the like all their colors are like no matter what you can make the team match with their colors. Hey, that's fine. No, there's no problem with that. Just look at her smile. She's so cute. All right, let's get to talk about the character now. Obviously on the left side of the screen, as always, you will be able to see what she does, her abilities, all her skills. You see that she has the unison skill and she also has the active skill. She don't have an overlink though, because at first when I seen that she had the unison skill and the active skill, I was like, oh my goodness, they're giving her everything. But now I'm saying she didn't have an overlink skill. Like, okay, makes sense. Because if she would have had a unison skill, the active skill plus the overlink, that just would have been absolutely bonkers. But I know y'all see the active skill and you're like, what the fuck is that? I don't know either. Honestly, I really don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to y'all. But I'll do my best. But if you need to pause the video, you can pause the video and make sure you read that. This one is kind of complex. There's a lot going on here. I'm already going to say this, by the way. I think she is the best character out of all 4 of the characters. She provides the most. I don't know what the word to put there, but she provides a lot more than any other character that's on this list. But let's get to talking about her, man, because she's smiling. She looks so cute, and her skills are just the bomb, just like she is. Thebomb.com. All right, so let's get to skill number 1. Obviously, like I said, I'm not talking about the damage because we already know what the damage is. But at level 2, she applies vulnerability to all enemies with type advantage over. Obviously, like I said, she's a wave unit, so she's going to apply vulnerability onto any sun enemy. Okay, only sun enemies. At level 3, she has the effect of double action, so basically you'll be able to apply vulnerability twice. So that is superb. That is amazing to get a vulnerability twice in one turn. So, well, in one action. So that's amazing. And then moving on from that, skill number 2. She has increases all allies attack by 20%, 4% at level 2 and higher. And then at level 3, she also increases the pair's SP charge, which is amazing. That means she's gonna be getting her, hers and Ellen's ultimate very fast. So that's nice. That's nice. Amazing work by her. Amazing. Like I said, just she is superb. Okay, because that is amazing. Moving on to her ultimate. Her ultimate scales from 500% to 700%. She increases all allies attack power by 50%, which yes, pretty bland, but it's still fine. She does so much in her other skills that her ultimate is not needed to be crazy. And then her unison ultimate here, which obviously you have to run this with Ellen. So this ultimate is okay. So she has the same increase all attack power, all allies attack power by 50%, and then it says increases all wave allies attack power by 50% for 2 turns. Okay, so what does that mean? This is pretty much what that means. Oh, okay. So from what I kind of take from this is what that is. Okay. So basically, let's say you have all of your stacks of attack power. Remember, in this game, no matter what the percent is, you can stack attack power up to 5 times. So, for instance, let's just say you have. So what most players are going to see, unless you have your characters all maxed out or have an active suit or something like that, is going to probably be that 40% attack power. So let's say you have, let's just say, pretty much 3 stacks of 40% and 2 stacks of 4 stacks of 40% and then 1 stack of 50. So let's say you use the unison ultimate, and so you have 4 stacks of 40%, and then you have the 1 stack of 50%, and then you go get another stack. So, well, it's not a stack because it's not gonna stay, but you'll get another additional attack power buff. So it'll be a 6th one. So this 6th one obviously is gonna be the 50%, but only for your wave allies, but only for 2 turns. So you'll have your 5, right? So you have your 440s, and then your 150, and then you have this extra 50. So you'll have 6 basically buffs of attack power, increase for all your allies. Obviously, you're probably gonna be running her on a full wave team, so you're probably not worried about the whole wave allies part of it. So, but you're gonna have like all 6 of those stacks. But like I said, this one for the wave allies only lasts for 2 turns. So, but basically, like I said, you just have 6 stacks of attack power, pretty much. So that's essentially what that is. So, but like I said, that 6 stack is not going to stay there. It's going to just be there for 2 turns, and it's going to disappear. But you can, obviously you can keep reapplying that 6 stack every time you get her unison ultimate. So that's nice. Obviously, like I said, it's just more ways to increase damage. Like this team, I'm gonna be honest, this team 100%. If you have them all 90, if you have them all maxed out, this team is going to produce, I think, the biggest damage we have ever seen. Like I'm talking about, man. This team had full potential. You got all the buffs, you got everything running for this team. This team is going to hit so hard, it's not even going to make sense. It's not even going to be fair. Like, I don't think no team is going to be able to even get close to the damage that this team is going to produce at maxed out potential, and like you got all the buffs and everything that you need. Like it's going to be insane, man. It literally is going to be insane. Her active skill, we have a 40% active skill. This was kind of wonky here. I don't really understand it, but I kind of do, but kind of don't at the same time. So it says for each wave skill activated, Wave attribute damage is increased by 1 level. And then it says you have to 10%, 20%, 30%. Pretty much what I am potentially guessing is I think maybe it's like, say you use 3 wave attribute skills and then you use the active skill, then I guess you get like the 30% increase. I don't know. I don't really get it. But so after you use the active skill, you get that increase for 1 turn. So that's like let's say you do the active skill and then you do ultimate after the active skill. That ultimate is going to get the 30% or 10% or 20% boost of damage. Like I said, I don't really get it. This one's going to have to really be broken down and kind of really tested, because I'm truly confused on how you get it to 30%. Or maybe it really is just as simple as it sounds and literally just you using wave attribute skills that it's going to get 30%, which means after your first turn with the full team, it's going to be at 30% for the rest of the battle. But like I said, I don't really know. It's kind of a wonky one, so I'm kind of confused on it. So I can't really say that it is this or it's not this, but that's just my guess at least. Okay. The support skills for Soma here, we have when Paris Wave increases SP charge by 2. That's skill number 1. Skill number 2 is when Paris Wave increases guard by 3. Skill number 3 is when Paris Wave increase HP by 10%. Shira has a ridiculous high HP. She has 31,000 HP, so obviously getting more HP on top of that is just amazing. So that's Hayate. Like I said, I think she's if not the best one out of all of them. Well, she does the most. Okay, I feel like she does the most. Now we have Ellen here. Wonderful Ellen. Obviously she is the daughter of the the daughter of this company. So I'm guessing she follows the same. Yep, she follows the same color schematic here. Kind of, not fully, because these two really don't change. I don't understand what's the point of having these 2 colors. But while she also still has the white one, but and then you have the white skirt also. Very cute, very cute. I got all their outfits are different. Very cute. But moving on, obviously, let y'all can see the skills here on the left side of the screen. If you need to pause it, you can go ahead and pause it. But those are the skills. That is what she does, and we're going to be talking about what she does. So she don't have an active skill, which obviously she don't have a unison skill. She just have the overlink, which is nice. Obviously I think one person at least should always have the overlink in the pair. It just makes it a lot better. Overlink is just such a great thing. Because literally it's just like using back-to-back skills with 2 pairs. You're basically getting like a basic third ability. You know what I'm saying? So outside of your skills, you're getting like an extra ability that you can use. So it's great to have. But let's talk about what she does. Here we go. So skill number 1, increases all allies skill levels by 1, and at level 3 she increases all allies attack by 40%. So skill level, obviously increase everybody's skill levels by 1, and then also giving you a 40% attack increase for all your allies. Amazing. Skill number 2 reduces enemy defense by 10%, 20% level 2 and higher. And at level 3 is adds the effect of increasing all allies crit rate by 30% for 3 turns. Always good to have your crit rate, man. Amazing things. Ultimate is 500% to 700% damage. At level 1, it only increases all wave allies crit damage by 16% for 2 turns. But once you're level 2, you get the crit damage plus you get the crit rate. But at maxed out, you have 700% damage. Increases all wave allies crit damage by 26% for 2 turns, and then increases all allies crit rate by 30% for 3 turns. So that's the ultimate there. Our overlink ability is increasing shield damage by 1 for next move. So let's say her ultimate is a 10, right? It'll go up to 11. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it does. Her support skills, her first support skill is when pair is wave increases all allies attack by 15%. And then her second support skill is when pair is wave increases SP charge by 2. And then number 3 is when pair is wave increases HP by 10%. So that is that. Now I feel like skill wise, the defenders impress me way more than the attackers. But if you put, like, these defenders are amazing, but I just feel like the team, like, I feel like you just gotta go for the full team. Because, like, you will be able to dish out good damage. Like, say you only get these two, right? You will still be able to do good damage because of what they do. But at the same time, if you get the full team, man, like I said, with this full team, you're going to see numbers that we have never seen before. Like, and like, that's just me speculating, but I'm so confident. I'm so confident that if you get the full team, you are going to see numbers that we have never seen in this game before. I am so confident. I am so confident in that. Because just looking at their skills, look at what they do, I can just tell. But should you summon? Man, why not? They are literally about to be the highest damaging team. Like, I think they're going to hit harder than the new Grimo team. Like, in Grimo, they hit hard as fuck. Like, even for me, with not having all of them maxed out or nothing like that, they have hit numbers that I've never seen before. So I know for a person that had them all maxed out, had all the buffs correct and everything like that, they probably hit like crazy. But I think they're going to hit harder than the Grimo team did. So this is a great team. I think you should summon. Definitely, if you don't have good wave characters, they're going to be great wave characters that's going to last for a while. This team will last for a while. You will not need to summon another wave banner for, man, shoot, probably not until the next anniversary. Like, but unless like we get a wave collab and like you like the collab character or something like that, but you won't need to actually worry about not being content with this team. You're going to be able to probably be any content against a wave opponent with this team for, shoot, probably the next couple of years. You know, like this team is probably going to be really good until they power creep, which power creep has not even hit yet since they started the fest, like the whole festival thing. I think we haven't hit another power creep, like a real true power creep. Like, they're trying to get closer to it, but I don't think that we have hit the next power creep yet. And I feel like it's been like a year since we have seen power creep. But I feel like all the characters have been pretty much around the same skill level and it's around the same thing. But this was a longer video. I don't think my Shooter Summons took this long before, but yeah, it was 4 characters. We got a double banner for 3rd anniversary, and I'm super excited for it. And I wish the anniversary was a lot better than what it really is, but, you know, it's cool. But if y'all did enjoy the video, make sure you tell me what y'all thought and what y'all think about these characters, and will y'all be summoning, because I would love to know what y'all be summoning. And then let me know if y'all do get the characters or not, because I would just love to know so y'all can rub it in my face, because I know I'm going to have shitty summons. But look, we're not even going to speak about that. We're going to manifest great summons. We're going to manifest the first 10 pool. We're going to get both the characters. How about that, man? First 10 pool, we're going to get both the characters. But I do wish everybody looked at Will Be Summons video. I mean, on these banners. And I hope y'all do get the characters. I hope y'all don't have to, you know, get shafted. But if y'all do enjoy the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because I would appreciate that a lot. Make sure you hit the bell so next time I feed the videos. I'll see you on the next one. Jay Savage out, y'all. Peace.